Imagine this: a production line grinding to a halt, an irate leader blaming IT for everything that went wrong, and a young intern standing up against it all. By the end of this story, everything would change. But first, let me tell you how it all started. I was just a student back then, lucky enough to land an internship as an IT admin in the summer. My job was simple: manage help desk stuff, tinker with servers, and assist in SAP deployments. I worked in a production plant that specialized in automotive parts like airbags and seat belts, and my office was connected to both the plant and the main offices. One day, things took an unexpected turn. A call came through, an unusual occurrence since we always preferred tickets for incident reporting. But this time, it was different. The caller was a 50-year-old lady, the production leader, someone who looked like Shrek after a car accident. Her voice was filled with anger and frustration. For FW2's sake, what are you doing with the scanners? Whole line has stopped and we're completely blocked now. We can't do anything without them. They're not working and showing errors, she ranted, her words laced with expletives. The production line where this all was happening was about a 10-minute walk from my office. I stayed on the phone as I walked over there. Okay, tell me what's going on. Calm down, I said, trying to keep a calm demeanor despite the tension. You are messing with the systems again. You should all be fired, goddammit, she yelled. I am writing to your manager as soon as it will be fixed. I understand your frustration, I replied, but we haven't touched this system since January. It was August. Yeah, sir, you never admit to a fup. Her accusations were relentless. The walk to the production line felt like an eternity. My mind raced with thoughts of how to defuse this situation. I arrived and asked her for a scanner. The whole line had come to a halt. People stood there with crossed arms, looking at me as if I was responsible for everything that went wrong. Here you are, she spat. Now make it work after you fed up. The scanner was just like any other Windows PDA with a scanning module. It required typing in the username and password to start working. The problem seemed simple enough, but the production leader's attitude made everything more complex. I looked at the screen and back at her. Were you asked to change your password recently? I queried. Why, yes. What kind of question is that? We don't have time for such boast, she shot back. The screen says you've typed in the wrong password 5 times, and as a result, it's blocked for 20 minutes. And by the way, you have 3 backup scanners. Why didn't you use them? I countered. You messed up, not me. And it's not okay to talk like that to any employee of this company, I added firmly. We have call recording enabled on our mobiles. We didn't, but she could never know. She was speechless for a moment, then mumbled something incoherent. Yay, bye. I ended the conversation with a finality that left no room for argument. I told her manager about what happened. The next day, she officially apologized to the IT team and brought some of the cheapest cookies from the store as a token gesture of remorse. She pretended to be sorry, but it was clear that IT remained the most hated group in the company. Can you imagine how this young intern felt? How he stood up against someone who had so much power over him? What would you do if placed in his shoes? Remember, every day can bring unexpected challenges, and sometimes standing your ground is what's needed to change things. Thank you for listening to my story today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.